Hi, my name is Faith Callahan, and my research was about analyzing the implementation of Ignite by Hatch, which is a virtual early learning program. So 4,000 children enter kindergarten each year, but 6 out of 10 of those children are not prepared for it. Early learning is crucial for children because it's the foundation for their brains to process more advanced skills. So starting a child out when they're behind can be very damaging. This research project evaluated the effectiveness of Ignite by Hatch, which is the learning program. It was tested on 5 local preschools in the area, local preschools and learning centers, and their goal was to enhance the children's academic, social, emotional, and cognitive skills. So, importance to social work. The NASW Code of Ethics states that the social worker's primary goal is to help people in need, address social problems, challenge injustice, and respect dignity and worth of all individuals. Social workers should advocate for these programs for children and intervene at an early age so that their chances of becoming successful in the future increase. So the research question is, does Ignite by Hatch increase kindergarten readiness skills? So 85 children were enrolled in Hatch from 5 local organizations, so Batavia Heights Child Care, Batavia Preschool, Bethel Tate, Claremont Success by 6, and Felicity Franklin Preschool. The children were from 3 to 6 years old, and 75 out of the 85 were white. It was a mixed method study, so the quantitative data was the average play progress and play time that was analyzed, and then the qualitative data that we got was the surveys that we sent out to teachers and administration and parents. So Microsoft Word and Excel was used. It was a thematic analysis because we looked at themes and patterns within the data, the kindergarten skills data, and the survey data. These are the domains and subdomains of Hatch, so everything from social studies to literacy is what Hatch works on with the children. And then at the bottom here is the play progress. So there are different levels, 1 through 8. So 1 is early 3 years old, and then 8 is the beginning of first grade. So the children that we studied in this study, they should be between levels 1 through 5, and 5 is the beginning of kindergarten. So in mid-March is when I looked at the data for the last time, and this is where they were at. So most of them didn't quite make it to level 1, and Claremont Success by 6 had the best with a level 2.1. So yeah, we looked at play progress. So they started this program in August, so when we looked at it in March, so they've had a whole school year. We also looked at play time, so how much time the average child spent per week on the program. So Batavia Heights, their average child played for 6 minutes a week, and the recommended time is 30 minutes. And so we had parent feedback, which was kind of mixed. There were good and bad. Some parents liked the independence of it. The kids enjoyed the characters, but there was a lot of bugs and software issues. So we looked at if they would want to use the Hatch app again if it was available. 1 said yes, 1 said no, 2 said maybe. And then the teacher administration feedback, we didn't get a lot of that either. But it was just kind of mixed, with the bad feedback being the software issues, and then the good feedback being having the kids really enjoyed it in the classroom. And we looked at students on free and reduced lunch. So the students that had very low play progress also have a high percentage of students on free and reduced lunch. So I just wondered if that correlated, because low-income children experience more adverse childhood experiences, which cause them to struggle in school more so than their other peers. This is something I wish I could have explored more in my research, but I didn't really have the time to do. So discussion, the children that did not have a high play progress had very low play time, and the children that had high play progress had high average play time. So Hatch was effective for the children that played frequently, but most children did not gain all the kindergarten readiness skills in the program. Claremont Success by 6 had the best results, but this is a homeschool program, so I think that could have affected the results, being the parent engagement aspect of it. Parent engagement and teacher engagement affects how often the children played on the app and how well they did. And the application itself has a lot of issues that need to be addressed. The limitations include most children enrolled were not very active on the app, and this affected their play progress scores and levels. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not ready for kindergarten, it just means that they didn't use the app that much. We didn't get a lot of survey data from parents or administration. Only 4 parents completed the survey out of 85 children, and only 3 schools gave feedback out of 5. There were also time constraints, and we just had trouble getting surveys, so that was the main limitation. And that is all. Thank you so much for listening.